Hey guys, thank you for being here. Graveyard shift, 1 o'clock Vegas after the week we've all had. I'm really grateful. The last thing I did in Colorado, I keynoted to 8 people and 4 of them left after half an hour. It was not a great time. So I have about 20 minutes for you. I promise it will not be boring. Actually, let's check if it should be boring. How many of you are actually familiar with RAG and came here because you understand retrieval augmented generation? Okay. You qualified for semi-boring. It won't be too bad. Hopefully I can keep most of you and not get down to my career low of 8. So we are Unstructured. We are a 2-year-old company. Very proud to have 10,000 paying customers. There is now 18.5 million product downloads. And we've raised the best part of $65 million. All those downloads of our open source products. But now we have some venture capital friends who are very keen on us making some money. So we have a paid platform that launched this Monday. What we do is you get your data ready for RAG. Our company is hyper-focused on the problem of transforming your unstructured data into a format that's consumable by large language models. These models that we all know and love, they hallucinate. They don't have access to all the data of your organization, and they're trained at a point in time. We want to bring your organization's data to those models. So if I think about what's been going on in RAG, I've been blessed to spend the last 6 years in NLP. 2022 was all about storage and explosion in vector databases. We saw RAG become very popular last year as well as those vector databases matured. And what I hear time and time again from people now is agents. 50% of the calls I have at the moment are people building agentic workflows, replacing product teams, HR teams, sales teams, marketing teams, use case after use case where agents are being brought to bear. We talk to a different agent company startup from the Valley every single week. These 6 we've all been engaged with, and we're all looking at how we can partner with and supply data to them. This is a controversial slide. The models are not boring. They are the most beautiful piece of technology I've ever seen in my life, and I love them. I talk to them every day for hours a day. They're the best thing that ever happened to me after my dog. But they are becoming commoditized in our world. We have a large ML team that have spent the last 2 years figuring out what's the best way to transform PDFs, PowerPoint files, Word documents into canonical JSON schema so we can use that data to chunk it, embed it, and write it to vector storage. As of last week, it turns out that the best model on the planet for doing that is Claude. It's built by big AI. We engage it in our transform, and nothing does it better on the market at the minute. So now our team doesn't think about that so much anymore. We're less concerned about transform. We have our own transform models that we built. They're extremely fast and lightweight. We have our own vision models and OD models. There are our middle ground for when our very fast, lightweight models don't work. But when we need serious help, we call on Claude. So the agents are rising, but none of this works if we can't get high quality data to it. What you put into your RAG system, your retrieval results will be affected by data. The choices your agents make are affected by data. Everything we do is affected by our ability to drive high quality data into these systems. 2 years ago when we popped up, we were the only game in town. If you wanted your PDFs and your Word documents, your PowerPoint files, your heterogeneous data into your retrieval augmented generation systems, your LLM, there was only us in town. Now, do my friends and competitors a favor by showing you all of the names in case you're wondering who else you should try. But another company gets added to this list every 3 months. There is an explosion in companies like ours who are trying to move high quality data to LLMs. This year for us as well has been about a move to production. I spent the last year building prototypes that dazzle people, show great over 15 minutes, and then we start worrying about precision and accuracy, recall scores, F1 scores, as we fail to get the quality that we need out of a RAG systems to move them to production. So we're working hard on our side. All we care about is that data. Get the best quality data, put it into a format it's best configured for delivery to these systems. This is how we're doing our bit to get these systems into production. But your storage needs to be right, your indexing, your retriever, your data quality. We're the first start. We're the first piece in this journey. Come to us to make sure your data is highly accurate and ready. We fit to the left of vector storage, hyper-focused on transforming unstructured data only. We work with traditional vector storage or knowledge graphs like Neo4j. We're good friends with Pinecone over there, Weaviate, Chroma. We have connectivity to all the major ones. This is how we work. So imagine this PDF that talks about Yosemite Valley comes in. It hits our object detection model. The first thing we do is draw bounding boxes around every element that we see on a page. So the first job is, hey, I've found some text, I've found a photo, and I've found a table. Then we reroute them to different transformation strategies. The photo just goes straight to Claude. Nothing's going to interpret an image better than asking Claude what it saw. So output the other side would be text describing a beautiful picture from Chris's favorite location in Yosemite Valley. The text, if it can go through our fast pipeline, we'll rip that text straight out. If it's not extractable, we'll take it via OCR. Tables we take in and we transform them to HTML. It's all brought back together in a canonical opinionated JSON schema. The schema is beautiful. We've put millions of documents through it. We've done this from iterating over customer after customer and seeing what their data looks like. So our documents look like, hey, there's a header, there's a footer, there's a title, there's narrative text, there's an image, the hierarchy is maintained, the reading order is maintained. So we do all this with our own models. We do it with Claude too. But the models, like you see this, anyone who's working in RAG, like every 3 weeks there's a new transformation technology, there's a new LLM, there's a new open source model. It's growing at an insane rate. And where we want to be is the place where we're allowing to use any of these. We spent the first year of our life thinking that we had to be the best transform technology in the world. Now what we believe is that we need to be the home and the hub of orchestrating all of these models, making every embedding model available to you, every transformation model available to you, every table extraction model available to you. Because ultimately, we don't have a path to work in RAG in production. Like, people can get RAG into production, and we can work hard. We'll give you high-quality data. We'll work with your retrieval. But for different data sets, you're going to have different retrieval. Maybe you're going to use graph RAG sometimes. Maybe you need a different thing for table extraction. So what we want to be at Unstructured is the home of all of these models, all the transformation technology, all the vector storage, all of the traditional storage. And we do it like this. Have you ever been to one of those restaurants where there's like a really angry chef and you have the sign on the wall and it's like cheap, fast, good, choose two? You can have it cheap and fast, but it's not going to be good. Just try and stop you complaining about this stuff. So we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to balance how we deal with your data. If you want speed with us, you use our fast strategy. It's Python. It's trained on the Office document object model. It will extract the text raw out of it. If you want to be worried about cost, then we have a high-res model that sits in between our speed and performance model. It'll work on OCR, it'll work when fast can't. If you order the best of performance, we're going to route you to a VLM. And we automatically switch each document through each of one of these to always provide the best quality, the speed that you need, and the best price. Internally, we think of it like this as Grand Central Station. So we have 50 open source connectors. Yes, okay. So we have 50 open source connectors. I just couldn't fit the rest of them in the box. This framework, you can commit to it. It's just Unstructured.io on GitHub. You can add more connectors, or Jenny here in the front row who works for me will write you new connectors if you need any of them that you don't see. We work on 63 different file types. PDF, PowerPoint, Word, email, all the things you'd imagine. We'll pick up the doc from where it lives. This depicts our object detection model. That's the thing I showed you on the previous slide. It's working out what does it see in the image, what does it see on each page. Then, multiple strategies for transform. Our fast Python, our OCR and object detection, or third party via Claude, via OpenAI, via any LLM you want to bring to bear. Every file type into the exact same canonical JSON file. So we take a PDF or a PowerPoint file, you're getting the exact same JSON schema. So you're taking that messy world of all that unstructured data, and you get clean JSON out. We have our own chunking strategies. We can call out to LLMs for third party. Do you want to do named entity recognition, sentiment analysis, all of the tricks that you've come to know and love from LLMs? We write embeddings And then we push all that to, again, another 50 or 60 downstream connectors that we're adding to all the time. So we're the people you come to pick up all of your data from Google Drive, transform it into a canonical JSON schema, chunk it, embed it, and write it all into the endpoint of your storage. We've done this with this beautiful platform. We're literally the booth over there on the right. I'll happily give any demos after it that anyone wants to. You'll see the funny logos on my hat, but hard to miss. It's gorgeous and it looks super simple. Configure a source, configure a destination, bind them together with a workflow, tell it how you want to chunk, tell it how you want to embed, press go, it runs on a schedule. It looks incredibly simple, but we're abstracting a whole lot of pain in this. Every night, our CI runs and makes over 100 connections to different systems, writes 0-byte files, and makes sure that those connectors are up to date and working. We don't want you starting our product, you configure a connector and it doesn't work. Same for the downstream connectors. They all work. Every night we check them. If they don't work at 8 o'clock, PagerDuty escalates through our company, and people fix the connectors there and then. These pipelines are nuts. Every 3 weeks, something else comes out that's better, right? Our transformation technology is sometimes old the day after we put it out. So we have a team of ML experts constantly reading all of the latest science, all of the latest Twitter. Spend a lot of time on Twitter, still, sadly. And we test it, we implement it. If it improves transformation performance, we put it in for you. Prompting, DSPY, all of the things that come with managing the LLM, making sure you're on the right version, how do you deal with ensuring you have enough quota. Everything we do is under the idea of one credit card behind the bar. You just pay Unstructured once, all third parties are integrated through us. We manage all quotas with Anthropic, with OpenAI, with all third party partners, and we charge you $0 for that. Anytime you use a third party through Unstructured, you'll be billed at the exact same rate that we are. The only part we're charging on is the transformation of documentation. How do you keep these things up? How expensive and performant is your chunking strategy? Can you automatically index it yourself? Do you need help doing that? Do you need additional prompts, prompt editing to put in to generate these graph rag prompts? Are you still managing reading order, document hierarchy? We do automatic recommendation of your data too. We'll take a look at the source data you tell us with. We'll take a sample of it and we'll say, hey, we believe this is the correct chunking strategy and this is the right embedding model to do this. So I'm seeing customers, they come on board, they spin up a prototype, they get very excited, they get funding, and then when it comes to moving from the kick-ass prototype that impressed the people for funding to getting it into production, there's a gap now. And usually the biggest gains you can make is getting your chunking strategy or embedding strategy right, paired with the right vector database. We can make very fast, very quick gains there. On average, our customers spend 30 days doing that. With our new platform, you just point it at the data. It'll spin up an entire RAG pipeline in the background, create hundreds of question and answer pairs, see what yielded the best results, and then recommend those embedding and chunking models to you. You can either accept its recommendation or you can do whatever you want with them. So we call this orchestration. And this is where our company is going now. It's the connection to all the models, it's connection to all the data sources, it's managing all third-party quotas and billing, it's ensuring that every step of your RAG pipeline is yielding the best quality data that we ever can. Okay, I've got a video of the platform now. As you can tell from our hats, the design aesthetic is very important to us. I'm always tempted to say The Simpsons when I see it, but the platform actually looks like this, so let me just show you for 1 minute. So the brand concept is based on this. This is why you've got an egg on your hat, or a flower, or a chicken, or whatever is behind it, that whatever we find, we can structure it. So it's super simple to configure a connector. Just make your choices, enter your AWS key, your secret key, hit continue. The platform will test that connection to AWS and write a 0-byte file there, make sure the connection's good. Now we're going to build a workflow. It's just a typical directed acyclic graph. You can drop any components you want. We have multiple options for how you deal with your data. So set your source, set your destination, ask your LLM what it wants to do, set your partition strategy, your chunk, put it all on a time schedule, run the workflow every minute if you want, every hour, every day, every month. We can manage our all running jobs as showed to us, and we can deep dive into that job, see how it ran for, how long it ran for, full detail of how many steps it went through. You get pretty notifications, and there's nature throughout it to not feel like we just live in a robot world. And it is geared right now to be processing the best part of one of our clusters will yield 15 million documents an hour throughput. It's entirely horizontally scalable. We have metrics on page performance, where every document that comes to us can be run in parallel. And also, every document that comes to us will break into pages. So if we get a 100-page document, we'll break it into 100 pages, we'll put it through our 45,000 CPU node cluster, disassemble it, break it all down to the JSON, reassemble the pages that you get back together. So this thing is designed to massively scale and operate really quickly on large loads. Okay, you nearly made it. Thank you. This is what I think about us for. Industry-leading transformation. Literally any of you can create this now. Go to Claude, tell it you want to transform a PDF. The models have become commoditized. This is the bit that's hard. Making sure the connectors are up to date, the pipelines are together, the quotas are ready, the billing's in place. You've got a connection to Together AI, to Hugging Face, the millions of embedded models that come out. To make sure the latest transform options are in there. To make sure you're providing the right prompts and you're iterating over those and sharing for them. And last of all, we are blessed and love our developer community. If any of you are our users, one of the 18.5 million downloads of our open source, we are super grateful for you, and we have extra hats for you and a lot of love for you. We continue to support our open source package. It's simple, it's just pip install Unstructured, and you're away. If you want the paid products, we offer significantly better transform. We'll scale it for you, and we'll actually support you. We are literally just booth, 1895. It's just right over there. It's bright and colored with the hats and the crazy things. Please come and see us, and thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you all.